I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our homies.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jason Ciano, the host of At Home with the Homies. Today, very special episode. One of my best friends, the wonderful Ann Mahlum from Solidcore. What's up, Ann?
How are you?
I'm doing as good as I can be under the circumstances. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm hanging in too. You got to just choose to be positive no matter what's going on. So that's what I'm choosing.
Absolutely, and you're good at that. And I've been, for everybody out there who doesn't know Ann is one of the best leaders that I've had the good fortune of working with in my 19-year career so far. And we talk quite a bit, and I'm able to, I hate the term pick your brain, but since I have nothing else to replace it with right now, I'm able to discuss a lot of different things that I'm dealing with also that are similar and some that are dissimilar to what you're dealing with at Solidcore. And I thank you for that.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I think the more information we share with one another, the better off we can be when making decisions.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about where we are right now with Solidcore. I know you've had to make some tough decisions. And the biggest thing, I just got off a team call with my whole team saying, listen, we don't know exactly when our clients who are businesses are going to be able to open. So, we have to take precautionary measures and also, right, and make tough decisions.
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, not only are we in that same spot individually, but so are businesses with when is it ending? And I have sort of been saying that a lot on interviews and with the media is, we could plan if we knew that, listen, April 15th, you're going to be able to reopen, but from March 7th, 15th to April 15th, you're going to have, revenue coming in and your doors are going to be closed. It's obviously easier to make decisions when you have an end date. But when you don't, you gotta conserve cash, and you gotta be able to open back up. And we know that it's going to take obviously some resources, to do that. And, you and I have been doing this now together for almost 5 years and we're just getting started, right? We've got 72 locations and big plans for expansion this year. And as soon as we're able to open again, we want to be able to, continue with our plan, hire our people back, hire more people with studios that open. But we're going to have to go through the temporary crap to get us there. Absolutely.
And I listen, again, I want to commend you for really being a leader, not only at Solidcore, obviously, but in the industry as a whole, because a lot of other boutique fitness companies followed suit after you decided to make the tough decision to furlough your staff, et cetera, because it's necessary. I mean, how is it possible to keep any business afloat, especially a business with 72 studios and hundreds of people on the team? How is it possible to keep a business afloat when you have no revenue coming in?
Yeah, and I know some people don't understand, business and whatever. So I, try not to get upset about comments you see, whether it's on our Instagram or other boutique fitness of, you should close and don't forget to pay all your people. And you're like, do you think money grows on trees? I mean, seriously, like we've never, again, missed payroll or rent check. And I've taken a lot of pride in being able to hire a lot of people and that they can rely on us for a paycheck. But I don't know where people think the money comes from if we're not operating our business. We have no business.
That's for sure. And, listen, in a perfect world, everyone would do that. But we're learning the world's not perfect, especially right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, totally. And it's challenging a lot of us. But as I say, and as you know this too, the world does need leaders in times like this. We don't really need leaders as badly as we do when everything is going great. It's kind of like friendship. It's easy to be someone's friend when life is perfect and it's all birthday parties and rainbows. But when your friend gets cancer or, breaks their femur or something of that sort, it's a different story on how you're going to decide to show up.
That's for sure. And, listen, Ann, I first and foremost, before we go on to the fun part of this conversation, everybody who has not checked out Ann's TED Talks, or you've been on a lot of podcasts recently. I listened to one last night that was awesome. That was from founder to CEO, which I thought was amazing. And it's funny because I don't think a lot of people think about the difference between founder and CEO. So I love that they're doing that. That was so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, I was like, gosh, should I cancel this thing? And I thought, no, it's actually really important to speak about what's going on right now. And he wanted to get it out as soon as possible. So yeah, that came out yesterday, and I recorded that last Thursday.
Yeah, well, listen, I always appreciate your honesty and your full transparency, and I think that's why, you know, a big part of your success and a big part of why Solidcore is what it is. And, you know, I feel like, as you know, a part of the Solidcore family. I am a part of the Solidcore family. So
that's right.
You know, it's been rough not being able to go to Solidcore. And fortunately, you pioneered another thing, which is at-home classes, right? So that's awesome.
Yeah, that was great. We worked really hard. I mean, the team that I did keep on board, as we call our skeleton team, adding some muscle back in now as we're able to add some coaches to the team. But yeah, we diligently and tirelessly were like, how do we create an online product that represents and emulates as much as possible in the studios with accountability, small group classes, the energy, the enthusiasm, the personalization. And we're like, let's limit the class space. There's a lot of folks out there right now doing, you know, live workouts, and that's great. Or, you know, anybody can join, hundreds of people, but it is hard to stay accountable. Like in our classes, the coach is right in your screen like this, you know, looking at you saying, Jay, get your hips up, or like, I got Jay on his toes. So you can feel a little bit again of that accountability, and you're in it with the rest of your, you know, now 19 other people in the class. So
love that. Yep. I'm excited to do it. So let's dive into the questions. Disclaimer, Brittany puts these questions together. I have not seen them.
Okay.
Let's dive right in here. So if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Oh my gosh, these are like crazy. If I had a warning label, I would say, sometimes my bite can be as bad as my bark.
Love that. In your opinion, what's one of the worst bad gym habits?
Overtraining.
Oh, that's a good one. This is good too. How do you overcome hardship?
Mental fortitude, right? I think it's all about expectations. And if you think your life's going to be just kind of fluff and easy the entire time, when it doesn't go that way, it's difficult to deal with. So I just feel like I'm constantly prepared and accepting of whatever comes my way.
And coming from somebody who literally broke their femur and was on stage giving a speech like a few weeks later, I mean, honestly, Ann, your strength is inspiring, to say the least.
Thanks.
If you could choose any two famous people to have dinner with, who would they be?
Any two famous? Well, as you know, my boyfriend's Canadian, so I'll stick to the Canadians. I'll take Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow. Ryan squared there.
Yeah.
What movie has everybody seen and talks about that you haven't?
Well, I have not seen Game of Thrones. And I know that's not a movie, but I frankly started it, and I felt like I was giving so much emotionally, and I wasn't getting anything back. So I didn't make it past the first season, and I was out.
Describe your hometown in 3 words.
Friendly, sport focused, and small.
And where is that hometown for the people who don't know?
Yeah, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Do you collect anything?
I was trying to be clever, but I couldn't get there. No.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I don't operate like that. I definitely don't have a 10-year plan. I can tell you philosophically where I see myself is continuing to build and create. It is the thing that makes me the happiest. So what that looks like or what that will be, I do not know.
Well, I hope I'm part of that equation in 10 years.
Yeah, take an application.
Yeah, for sure. Aside from necessities, what is one thing that you can't go a day without?
Avocado.
That's awesome. What is your pre and post workout snack?
I don't eat a lot before I work out. If it's in the morning, which it normally is, I'll be a little bit of coffee. And post workout is, protein, whether that's a shake, more avocado, Just something to obviously fuel my muscles, and protein is the best time, or it's the best time to eat protein right after you work out.
For sure. And last question, if you wrote a book, what would it be called?
If I wrote a book, what would it be called? Gosh, Jay, that's a hard one. People spend, like hours talking about books and what their book should be called because the title is so important.
I'm not going to hold you to it.
Okay, maybe run with it.
I like that. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's actually really good.
Okay, thanks.
Because people don't understand, for the most part, why that would make a lot of sense.
Right.
If they don't know your previous ventures.
Yeah.
And they should check out Back on My Feet. And we don't have time to go into that, but guys, definitely check out Back on My Feet. Now, I would like to ask you, first off, where are you exactly for the viewers at home?
Yeah, Sam and I are in Maryland. We are fortunate to have a house down here that I bought 5 years ago now. So it has more space. It's in a rural part of Maryland.
Awesome.
On the water. So we came down here about a week and a half ago.
Where you could safely run a marathon on a whim.
Totally, yes.
Shout out to Sam for that. That was
totally,
insane.
Man.
He's awesome. All right, so if you don't mind, would you take us on a tour of your refrigerator and your pantry to see exactly what it is that you're living off of right now?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we try to go to the grocery store like once a week or so. But let's see.
Probably a lot different where you are now than in DC or New York City, getting to a grocery store.
So there's a lot of greens, pasta, that was some corn and shrimp we made, guacamole, more guacamole, fruits, vegetables, cheese, kale, kombucha, almond milk, eggs. We try to eat really healthy, and frankly, right now it's super important, I think, to be eating really healthy to keep your brain functioning. There's my avocado from a minute ago. There, we got some more fruit in there. Yeah, here's this. A lot of this stuff isn't frankly ours. It's from the Airbnb stuff that when we rent out the spot. But there's nuts and stuff and granola down here.
Awesome.
Trail mix, some cookies, just in case. And then we got some organic plant-based protein, chia seeds for the smoothies that we have in the morning.
Excellent, excellent. Well, good stuff, man. Listen, we can go on for hours, obviously, and you and I will offline. But I want to thank you, as always, for making the time. You're the best. You've inspired me so much and have helped me create the strongest version of myself, as you know. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. I appreciate your support through all this. It's been very helpful.
Amazing. Always. You know you have my support.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Stay safe and healthy.
Thanks, Jay. You too.
I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our